Duda here backstage at Austin City Limits, the second weekend, and I'm with a gentleman who's known as Lincoln Durham. How you doing, Lincoln?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm alrighty. I caught a bit of your set just now, and you're doing that one-man band thing.
Yeah.
You're surrounded by drums and all sorts of instruments. Explain for people exactly what it is that you do.
Yeah, it's a one-man band thing. I call it it's a Southern Gothic psycho blues revival punk thing. Kind of cover all the obscure weird bases. But yeah, I have a drum kit in front of me. I stand, but I have a drum kit in front of me. I have play guitar, harmonica. I got the guitar going down into a bass rig to get some low end. Full drum kit, and I play a bunch of cigar box guitars, which are just cigar boxes with a stick stuck in them and a string on it.
Do you make them yourself?
Some of them, yeah.
Some of them,
yeah. Various kinds, 1 string, 3 string. I play the fiddle, banjo, all on the set, and I try to make as much noise as one person can possibly make.
And how do you feel you did today in the festival setting?
It was great. I'm the worst critic of myself, so I could have played. My performance, I think, could have been a little better. But the crowd, we had a packed crowd. They responded with big roars. So I couldn't have asked for a better. Sound was great. The staff was great to work with. So really, I couldn't ask for a better situation. And I felt good. I felt like I don't know, 7 out of 10 maybe. I was hoping for 8 or 9. I did a 7. Whatever.
Sure there would be different ratings from different folks. So.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Hopefully, my team, they gave me a 10 out of 10. So I'll take their word for it. But
Now you're a local guy.
Yeah, I live in Austin.
You're not from Austin, but from where exactly?
I'm a little from really just up the street a little ways, about an hour and a half north in the middle of nowhere, Texas, and then I also grew up a little bit in New Jersey. So
in New Jersey?
Yeah, Texas and New Jersey, kind of back and forth. So yeah, I got a little of it from both. From a lot very, I think, different cultures.
Right.
Yeah, I tour nationally, a little bit internationally. We made it over to the UK. We made it over to England and Ireland a little bit. But yeah, Austin-based. So this was not a very far jaunt for us today.
So for folks in New Zealand who kind of have an idea of what small-town Texas is like but have never been there, what was your kind of experience growing up and then getting involved in music?
Yeah, mine was, I feel it's fairly stereotypically small-town Texas. So, they live and breathe football,
Right.
and Friday night football. My town was Itasca, so we had 1,000 people. My high school graduating class, I think, was 32.
Right.
So, yeah, real small town. And when I first started playing, the fiddle when I was 4.
Right.
And my dad and my grandpa got me into, like Bob Wills fiddle playing, So I was in this little country band when I was about 8 years old.
You were like a champion.
Yeah, I did. I won a couple. I won a couple contests when I was, 8 or 11 or something like that. But then came when I was in my teens, came like Nirvana.
Right.
People like that,
Yeah.
And I got heavily into that and into the punk scene and stuff, and so then I kind of went wayward into the guitar realm, but I still had that kind of, I think, Southern feel.
Well, you mentioned Southern Gothic.
Yeah.
How does that manifest itself in your music?
Yeah, I got that repeatedly described over time, and so I finally adopted it because it reads. A lot of people say it reads like a dark novel, like
Right.
a dark novel from the South. And I'll tell you, being from where you're from, I'm a huge Nick Cave fan, which is I know not in New Zealand, but still close.
Nick's big around town though, so yeah.
Well, and we're not. I'm the style that he writes. I would, in some forms, call it the same, Southern
Sure.
Gothic, especially when he writes his novels.
Yeah.
And I feel it's that we're a very different style of music, but I think it's that same, just that kind of dark, sinister, southern backwoods kind of a vibe, you know.
Right.
And I think that's from my upbringing, and I was always kind of a gothy kid. So just being, technically Texas is not the South. They'll be quick to tell you that, you know. We're Southwest. South would be, you know, Georgia and Tennessee and, you know, Arkansas and all that. But yeah, it's just that southern gothic, you know, combination. You know, it kind of is what I write. It's what I feel. It's what I like. So it's just what exudes out of me, you know, when I write.
Well, the title of your most recent album is Revelations of a Mind Unraveling. So
yeah, heavy, right? Yeah, you know, I always tell people I can't. I tend to get a specific kind of a fan. I kind of a you know, semi-bent, you know, fan,
right.
Which is great. That's what I want. My music is many times dark. This particular record, Revelations of a Mind Unraveling, it's called that because I don't, when I sit down, I don't set out to write a song. I don't say I want to write a love song. I don't try to write a song with a hook for the radio. If I do that, fine, but I don't try. Music writing for me is my therapy. So if I'm really aggravated at something, or something is just eating away at me, or if it's mental instability like this album was birthed from, then I write. And that's what this one was. It was a tumultuous time in my head, and so it's a series of songs that are kind of expressing what I don't know how else to say, you know, kind of a thing. Got a body in the way.
Yeah, that's all right. And I noticed you opened recently for Reverend Horton Heat.
Yeah, who just was in Auckland.
I just missed him because he was in Auckland like 2 days ago.
Right.
So I mean,
I did 2 tours with the Rev, and amazing. I loved it. Loved his fans. Loved him. Loved his crew. And I would have loved to have come over there with him. That would have been very cool.
You have to work out a double bill next time
I
you
agree.
come down.
I agree.
We'd love to see you down
I would
there.
love to get down there. I would love to.
We're doing it in the middle of an Americana Fest in Auckland now, so
I
you would fit
doubt
right in. So
that's what I need to do.
See you down there.
What's the name of it?
It's called the Southern Fork Americana Fest. It takes place at a place called the Tuning Fork.
I'll get my booking to look into it.
Oh, excellent. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it, man. And hopefully I will see you guys soon.